Spiritual life existed before, but what kind was it? I do not deny that there was a certain spiritual life in the Old Testament. Was it there or not? It seems the Lord Himself refers to it. So there is no question about its existence. It existed, yes. But what kind of spiritual life was it? What kind? And what possibilities did it offer? You know, a table can hold very different kinds of food. There may be just a moldy crust. I think someone in the Leningrad blockade would have given you anything, even their diamonds, just to receive that moldy crust, gnawed by mice. If you gave it to them, they would be in ecstasy. But that crust is still just a gnawed crust. And so it is here. Everything depends on the degree of possible participation in divine life. And I repeat, nowhere else is it possible to reach such spiritual perfection, such spiritual purity, humility, and love as in Orthodoxy. Only Orthodoxy gives this. Because in other religions, even where it seems people reached extraordinary dispassion or purity, do you know what we find there? Take Buddhism, for example. What does Buddha say? I achieved everything myself. I attained everything myself. I received nirvana myself. I am Buddha. Do you hear what that is? It needs no commentary. A person whom you could not reproach for anything. And yet, when you read the Buddhist principles of the Eightfold Path, you say, this is magnificent. It is magnificent, the Eightfold Path of salvation. True? True. Magnificent. But what kind of magnificence? The holy elders, the deep psychologists, showed that pride can devour, forgive the expression, all the passions, and grow fat on them. One passion remains, and that one is enough to destroy a person. We ourselves know how sometimes one passion seizes us, and then we remember nothing else. Nothing. Only that passion, and that's all. It turns out that one passion can grow at the expense of all the others. It seems it can even destroy all the other passions. So, is spiritual life possible? Yes. But regarding the idea that there is one God, here you must be very careful. This idea is now spreading everywhere, penetrating even into our environment. This is an extremely important question, of the highest importance. God is one, yes. Who is He? Spirit. Spirit. So, what do we see in religions? In order to have some kind of prayerful relationship with God, all religions create a certain image of Him, moral, iconographic, spiritual. Each religion has its own image of this supposedly one God, and this image may correspond to the Spirit, or may become the complete opposite. The complete opposite. Look how the Apostle Paul and others condemned the pagan gods. Those people said they worshipped God. Christians were accused of atheism because they did not worship those gods. Paul writes, what communion has light with darkness? Christ with Belial? It turns out that a person can attribute to the God of their religion such traits that this God becomes Satan, and they will worship Satan while calling him God. Remember how Christ said in the Gospel of John, your father is the devil, meaning those who stood around him. And you want to do the desires of your father. And they said, our Father is God. So every religion has its own image of God. And that image is the God of that religion. Therefore, in every religion, there is its own God. Do not mix this up, because each religion worships its own image. And that image may truly be godlike. Christ Himself, in the epistles, especially Paul's, is called the image of God, the image of the Father's hypostasis. Even Christ. I repeat again, this must be understood. Because now this super ecumenical idea is everywhere. In Assisi, they hold these gatherings of different religions. In Portugal, the Fatima Center is built for all religions. And all this is done under the slogan, One God. One God in all religions. No. In every religion there is its own God. People follow the image they live by, the image they worship, the image they imitate, the morality they confess. That is the point. That is how it is.